Do you wake up several times a night to pee? Ever notice a weak stream or feel like you never fully empty your bladder? These symptoms may seem like an annoying part of aging, but they could be signs of something far more serious happening inside your body. What's worse? A common food you probably eat every week might be making it all worse without you even realizing. I'm Dr. Isabel Lopez, a urologist with over 25 years of experience. And where are you watching from? Drop it in the comments and stick around because I have a surprise for you at the end. Today, I want to uncover a hidden trigger for prostate enlargement that's sitting right on your plate. Most men overlook it completely, even though it's been scientifically linked to inflammation and hormonal imbalance. We're talking about a condition called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. It affects over 50% of men above the age of 50, and its progression is often subtle. It starts with frequent urination and ends with disrupted sleep, frustration, and sometimes even surgery. But what if a major contributor to that progression isn't your age, but your diet? Here's the reality. There's a category of foods designed for convenience and flavor that quietly fuel prostate growth. You see them at breakfast tables, barbecues, and in sandwich shops. They taste great, they are everywhere, and they are causing real damage to men's health. The good news: there are smarter choices that can reduce your risk and restore comfort. In this video, I'll show you which processed meats have been clinically linked to prostate problems, how they affect your body from the inside out, and what to eat instead. You won't need to overhaul your entire life, but you will need to rethink what's really worth putting on your plate. Follow the channel so you don't miss the next part, because up next, I'll explain what BPH really is, how it creeps in silently, and what your current habits might be doing to accelerate it. Benign prostatic hyperplasia, better known as BPH, isn't cancer, but that doesn't mean it's harmless. It's a non-cancerous enlargement of the prostate gland that gradually builds pressure on the urethra and bladder. As the gland grows inward, the urinary channel narrows. Over time, this leads to weak stream, urgency, dribbling, and interrupted sleep. The worst part: most men don't notice until the symptoms become disruptive. The prostate is about the size of a walnut when you're young. But by the time you hit 50, hormonal changes, especially involving testosterone and dihydrotestosterone, DHT, cause it to grow. For some, this growth stays mild. For others, it can double or triple in size, compressing everything around it. That's when men start waking up multiple times at night, or feeling like they can never fully empty their bladder. While aging is a natural factor, your lifestyle and diet play a massive role in how BPH develops. Sedentary routines, poor circulation, excess body fat, and, yes, certain foods, can all accelerate inflammation and trigger more aggressive growth. That's why two men of the same age can have wildly different experiences with prostate health. Inflammation is at the core of this process. When the body is under constant stress, whether from lack of movement, poor nutrition, or excess toxins, it becomes inflamed. The prostate responds by becoming congested, swollen, and more sensitive. That inflammation not only worsens urinary symptoms but can also impact sexual performance and overall comfort. Hormones are deeply involved too. Diets high in certain fats and chemicals disrupt the balance of testosterone, estrogen, and growth factors like IGF-1. This creates a hormonal environment where the prostate is constantly stimulated to grow. And that brings us directly to a major dietary offender that most men consume without a second thought. Because coming up next, we'll reveal the real enemy on your plate and why processed meats could be doing more harm to your prostate than you ever imagined. It's time to name the culprit: processed red meats, bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli meats, and fast food burgers. These are staples in many men's diets, often considered quick, tasty, and satisfying. But behind the flavor and convenience lies a hidden danger. These products are loaded with compounds that have been scientifically linked to prostate enlargement, inflammation, and hormonal disruption. What makes them so harmful? It's not just the meat, it's the way it's processed. These foods are cured, smoked, are preserved with nitrates and additives that alter how your body reacts. They are often cooked at high temperatures, forming toxic byproducts that damage cells and fuel chronic inflammation throughout the body, including in your prostate. The problem is routine. Most men don't eat these foods occasionally. They eat them weekly, sometimes daily. A sausage with breakfast, a burger at lunch, cold cuts in a sandwich, it adds up. These items sneak into your diet under the guise of convenience, but they create a hormonal and inflammatory environment that your prostate simply can't tolerate for long. Even worse, they disrupt your natural testosterone balance. High intake of saturated animal fats has been shown to increase levels of DHT, a hormone that directly contributes to prostate tissue growth. Over time, this leads to swelling, congestion, and the classic BPH symptoms you might already be feeling. There's a dangerous illusion here, because these foods are common. They feel safe. But safe doesn't mean harmless. In fact, some of the worst offenders in men's diets are hiding in plain sight, right in the fridge or freezer. And unless you recognize them for what they are, you may keep feeding the very problem you're trying to fix. In the next segment, I'll break down the science. We'll look at the inflammatory chain reaction these meats trigger, the hormonal consequences, and the clinical evidence that connects processed meat directly to prostate growth. Stick with me, because this information could change the way you eat forever. Let's break down exactly why processed meats are so harmful to your prostate. First, they are high in saturated fats, which are known to promote chronic low-grade inflammation. When your body is constantly inflamed, your immune system stays in overdrive, leading to tissue swelling, hormone disruption, and long-term damage. The prostate is especially sensitive to these internal stresses. Then come the toxic compounds produced during processing and cooking. Nitrates used in preservation can convert into nitrosamines, recognized carcinogens and inflammatory agents. On top of that, when meat is cooked at high heat, it forms AGEs, advanced glycation end products, and HCAs, heterocyclic amines. These molecules accelerate aging, trigger immune responses, and directly irritate prostate tissue. Hormones play a critical role here too. Diets rich in processed meat raise levels of IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor, a hormone linked to cellular overgrowth. Elevated IGF-1 levels are associated with larger prostate volume and faster progression of BPH. Meanwhile, these diets also alter testosterone metabolism, pushing more of it toward DHT, the hormone that fuels prostate enlargement. And the research backs this up. A major study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that men who frequently consumed processed meats had twice the risk of developing symptomatic BPH compared to those who rarely did. Another study from Harvard linked higher intake of animal fat, especially from red and processed meat, to an increase in prostate volume and severity of urinary symptoms. This isn't fringe science. These findings come from large-scale, peer-reviewed research that's been replicated over the years. And yet, many men continue to unknowingly feed this silent condition, bite after bite, thinking it's just part of getting older. But it's not age, it's inflammation. And inflammation can be managed. Coming up next, I'll show you exactly what to eat instead. I'll give you practical, easy-to-implement food swaps that still taste great but support your prostate instead of harming it. Here's the good news. You don't have to give up delicious food to protect your prostate. It's not about deprivation. It's about making smarter choices that reduce inflammation and support hormonal balance. By swapping out processed meats for cleaner proteins, you give your body the nutrients it needs without the baggage that leads to prostate problems. Start by replacing bacon and sausages with baked chicken or grilled fish. These options are rich in lean protein and healthy fats, which help regulate testosterone and reduce inflammation. Instead of processed burgers, try homemade patties using ground turkey or grass-fed beef. You control the ingredients, the seasoning, and the cooking method. Before we dive in, I want to share something special with you. I've created a 21-day challenge designed to help reduce and prevent prostate enlargement with simple exercises you can do in less than 15 minutes a day. Don't wait. Grab your copy of the ebook right now. The link is pinned at the very top of the comments. Back to food. Don't overlook plant-based proteins like lentils, chickpeas, and tofu. These foods are naturally anti-inflammatory and support overall hormone regulation. Add them to soups, salads, or stir-fries. They are satisfying, versatile, and excellent for your digestive and urinary systems. When it comes to cooking, avoid frying and char grilling. Instead, use steaming, baking, or pan-searing with olive oil. These methods help preserve nutrients and minimize harmful compound formation. Even small changes in cooking technique can have a big impact on your long-term health. If you're unsure where to start, try a 7-day challenge without processed meat. Track how you feel. Pay attention to your sleep, urination, and energy levels. Many men report noticeable improvements in just a week. Remember, your prostate doesn't need extreme measures. It needs consistent care. In our final segment, I'll leave you with one powerful truth: your prostate responds to your habits. Let's bring it all together and set you up for a future of comfort, strength, and control. Your prostate listens to what you do daily, not just your genetics or age. Every bite, every movement, every habit either fuels healing or fuels disease. And while medications can help manage symptoms, true, lasting change begins with what's on your plate. Processed meats may seem harmless in the moment, but over time, they silently build a foundation of inflammation and imbalance that your body has to fight every single day. The message here isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. You now know that small dietary changes can make a massive difference in how your prostate feels and functions. Swapping out just a few foods, choosing better cooking methods, and staying consistent can lead to better sleep, fewer trips to the bathroom, and more freedom in your daily life. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware, catching the small habits that slowly weigh you down, and replacing them with ones that build you back up. The body is incredibly responsive, and when you start treating it with care, it rewards you with clarity, confidence, and comfort. So here's the challenge. Look at your next meal. Is it helping your health or hurting it? One change today can create momentum for everything that follows. You don't have to wait for symptoms to get worse. You can act now, and your future self will thank you for it. Join the Members Club. Drop a super like, follow the channel, and leave a comment. How often do you eat processed meats? Let's talk. And don't forget to share this video with a friend or loved one, because sometimes the most dangerous habits are the ones we don't even realize we have.